Well, good morning, everybody. I know no one's here yet, but when you watch this, listen, I want to give you an update on that, what I sent out, a day or two ago about the transfer payments, how there's an extra $925 going extra in transfer payments to people. And that means it's now a total of $22,000 a year. Well, the data I was showing you, I guess, I've been studying this so long, I get caught in my own brain and don't realize that people just hearing that word for the first time or seeing that kind of data for the first time when I've been seeing it for years and years. So transfer payments, what that report shows you is just like the accounting. This is the bookkeeping side of transfer payments, where I show you the total, the $2.7 trillion in transfer payments. And transfer payments is a term the government uses to say, okay, this payment's coming from one person, they're transferring it to another one. And that's what the government does, is take all this money, take our tax money, and transfer that tax money and gives it back to other people in the community. So that's what I'm showing you, is that here's what the accountants in the government show that's being transferred. Now, it's not a place, so everything I sent you is not a place to apply for these transfer payments. That's what I hope that this whole Lesko Help does, and my other products, is show you where this is. The accountant doesn't care where it comes from. It's just no money is going out of the government bank and into individuals' pockets. So that's what the transfer payment. Now, what you have to do is just take that data to see the overall picture. That's what that data is about, to show you the overall picture of transfer payments, and to to realize how big it is and what it is, and things that it's called. That's not all grants. Only about 20% of those transfer payments are categorized as grants. So the other is all this other stuff. See, that's part of the education process. I think we have to all understand about what's going on in the government. And the fat cats, hire expensive people to figure all that out for them. It's sort of like the tax code. The fat cats have all these accountants to figure out all these bells and whistles in the tax code. Well, the tax code probably isn't a good place to get a lot of transfer payments because you're not that complicated. But the programs that give out to individuals are in transfer payments. And they're not. And there's only about 12% that is really income dependent. So it doesn't matter what income you are, that you're eligible for these transfer payments. So now, where do you apply? Like, hey, where do I apply for these in North Carolina? Somebody wrote me. Where do I apply for these in Oklahoma? Well, that's what I'm about, and there's no one source. That's the problem, with government money, is they're giving out so much, and there's no one place to apply. And that's why I put together these reports for your state. So I accumulated most of all these programs in every state in these one-stop state reports that I sell. Or at Lesko Help, tell me what you're looking for money for, and I'll show you where these transfer payments are likely for the kinds of problem you have. See, they're different. They're at the local. Very few of the applications will come from Washington. So it all goes locally. So I have to train and teach people about where this stuff is locally, so you can get a hold of this stuff. And that's the important part, is that you start learning the system. It's not an easy thing. There's not one place to apply for all the things. If life was that easy, we'd all be out of work here. And that's the problem. And that's why it takes time and effort, patience, and perseverance more than anything. But believe me, Google is worse, and that's what I'm trying to do, because you'll never find any of this in Google. When you put transfer payments in there, you'll get the report that I show you. Nothing about the actual money that you and I could use. So that's the background of this. So use Lesko Help to say, hey, I'm looking for financial assistance on X, Y, Z. You don't have to say transfer payments or whatever, because that's the way to do it. That's how I help you. When you say, hey, I'm looking for help on something, then I show you, hey, we give transfer payments over here to solve that problem. And this is most likely. Now, I can't guarantee that it's definitely You're definitely going to get that money, but this is the most likely place to apply. Nothing is definite in this kind of stuff. But I know what's definite is that you're not going to get anything unless you start looking and looking hard. That's what it's about. And you're definitely not going to get anything. We're relying on Google for it. So that's what I'm trying to be a minimum. But you could try to do this yourself. Just go up the learning curve a little longer to try to do it. And that's what life is about, just continually learning. Man, I'm 75. I'm learning every day. Everything I learned when I was very successful selling books doesn't work anymore. So I got to learn a whole bunch of stuff to figure out this world. It changes, and it's going to keep changing no matter what the hell we like it or not. So you want to use it or lose it.